I'm Okba Aziza. I'm from Syria. I arrived here in Argentina in May, exactly on 15th, with Program Syria. Of course, you've heard about that. As my trip in learning Spanish, it was a little bit like difficult, had some ups and downs. First, I started to learn that on my own. I started to search for resources and books online to study Spanish. But the first obstacle I had, it was all the Spanish of Spain. And here everybody says, at least in three, they say, no, here we speak Castellano, not Spanish. I said, okay, but it's all different dialects, but still the same language. Then I had the difficulties with vos and tú and vosotros and ustedes. So I started to look for different books. I stayed like this for almost 3 months, and I suffered because I didn't have the opportunity to communicate well with people and to find people to. I know I can let's say improve my language by just getting integrated to the society. I'm an English teacher and I teach a foreign language, so I know how we can do that. So I started to apply that as I used to do with my students. I try to do that with myself. Luckily, I met some kind people in October who put me in contact with the British Council, and I would say thank you to Milagros von Rouge and Carolina Mose and Belen Arce. Because of them, I had the contact with the British Council that kindly offered me the online course. They were piloting a course here for migrants or for foreigners here. So I had some classes, and I missed some because I didn't have the time and the schedule, so it was my fault. Then the same kind lady, they put me in contact with the UBA, where I had 2 courses as well of Spanish for foreigners. It was nice to have that experience learning Spanish, because for me it was getting a new identity. I know a new language is a new person, not as a teacher, as a person. I like learning language and I like getting more integrated to the new culture. So how about the culture of Argentina? That is it has a lot of culture. Let's say this diversity is amazing to me. Even before coming to Argentina, I had that positive attitude towards this country. So I would say my trip and my journey to learn Spanish, it wasn't like a language learning one. It was like more a personal, social, human experience. Because for me, I haven't come to Argentina as a visitor or as a person who just chose to do that. Okay, I chose this country to go and learn Spanish. No. As everybody knows, Syria is now in war and in a horrible war. So I had to leave my country. So coming here, I had a lot of difficulties. First, to be stable in my economic situation, to find like a secure home, to find a good job, and then to have time to organize to learn Spanish in a formal way. Of course, as a person, I could, for example, learn the books, but language in real life is not in books. It's something you communicate. And we all know that. Maybe here I use some structures in Spanish. They say, it's too formal. Why do you use this? We don't use this. But this is the way that the formal education is. About like, sometimes I ask my Argentinian friends, do we say here in Spanish, is it like a subjunctive? Or they say, we don't do that. We just do that naturally. I say, I know, but I need to know that because I'm not native. So, and this is like, let's say, a disadvantage as a teacher because I need to analyze no, I didn't say that well. So it had some, let's say, it cuts both ways to be a teacher of a foreign language, to study or to learn a new language, because you always think that, I got like a little bit off point now, talking a lot about my personal things. So I would say, having such an experience, if I have the chance to say some recommendations about this, actually, the course I had with the British Council was amazing, because the teacher, he always asked, okay, we're not going to talk about grammar or things. It was more communicative one. And we were choosing let's say, the themes and the topics to talk about. Okay, how to go, for example, when you use the public transportation. okay, when you go to the bank, maybe this is the formal word, but no, you will hear this word. So it was very, very important to me to know this. With the one I had in the UBA, it was great as well for me as a person who chose to come here. Let's say if I chose to come just as a tourist, I would take that course because let's say it covers the needs of a visitor, let's say, but now, as they said, now with the previous panel, they said that they are like designing new programs. I think they will take into consideration the needs of migrants or refugees. And one more thing, there are a lot of migrants of different, I think from Cameroon or other places. They have educational background. Let's say, okay, they could be teachers. For me, for example, maybe when I learn Spanish more, I could help contributing to such programs. Okay, because I can bridge the cultural gap between the new Arab speakers who are learning, not only the Syrians, who are learning Spanish here, because here we have that barrier. You know, Arabs here, let's say, or Syrians, reflecting on my experience when I was there and I went to England and I studied there, so I noted that we all have that thick ego when it comes to learning, let's say, a new language. We all try, no, it's threatening my identity. And of course, linguists know that, or teachers know that. So here, when they have, like, let's say, a person of their own culture, they can bridge the gap. It's not about using the mother tongue, no. We would say, okay, can you remember this there? So knowing the culture here plays a great role in bridging this verbal, linguistic, cultural, everything, because a language is not a language, it's a culture, it's an identity. And of course, for those who are here as migrants, they are not here for 1 month or 3 months. No, they're here to live, to start over their lives, like me, like tens and dozens of people here. So I think they could help those people. At the first point, they can help them, offering them jobs, and at the same time improve those who are just want to learn the language. And I think it saves time, maybe it saves money as well, I don't know. So I would recommend this to, because as a learner, I'm reflecting on my learning experience, but I can reflect as well as a teacher because maybe I know at least the Middle Eastern Arab speakers' imagination about a new culture. So this may work. Thank you, and I'm sorry if I talked a lot.